but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before. That attack always did strike me as a little strange. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, don't worry. I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, ma'am?
I had hoped to speak with you alone.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that could have been anything.
You know what it was.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always...
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have... She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right.
But mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class.
So frustrating. She never listened.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment?
It is specific to me. I am... Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagon.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is... My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle, but I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my...
How does it feel to transform into an...
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain, but it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I love being able to view the world from it.
Now the nickname makes sense.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less... She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about... She claims that she has foreseen tragedy, but she has used her sight to control me too many times.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it... You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow... I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood. My mother cannot know where I am. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Revelio.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it... This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's man.
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw them.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych, if there is a connection.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
There they are.
I'll let you lead. I thought my owl might pique your interest.
Nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assault. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it.
I'd be interested to know what else this...
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. It's worthy of further study.
I'm ready.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking.
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be living. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Revelio.
Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Here. Guardium Leviosa. Guardium Leviosa.
This room is smaller than it looks.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Revelio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest.
Rebellion.
Conspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Confringo!
Pendo.
Levioso!
Confringo. Confringo. Bombarda.
Not sure what I did to deserve that. Now this is the sort of grave room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Rebellion.
Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Bombarda. Rebellion. Rebellion. Bombarda. Confringo. Bombarda.
Rebellion.
There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and come.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the grave. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of... They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone. We're in a tomb. Here.
Revelio.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. I need to find a safe way across. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Bone bridge complete. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
That's a lot of bone metal.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to one, you have to mean it.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't... You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no... Focus your wand's movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Dramatic, isn't it? Expelliarmus! Pingo! Fringo! Revelio!
I'll be quiet as a This catacomb suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try. This looks different than what we faced before. Now they're also doing the rune symbols.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
That worked. Keep going.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place. Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Revelio. Sebastian, the relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
Revelio.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperium?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it, Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the Dark Arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperium! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Sebastian, come on!
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we need to go.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Did we do the wrong thing?
You need the relic.
I know. But not like this.
Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperio on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission. I've taken full responsibility. You have my word.
How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb, just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian. Revelio.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry. Revelio.
Easily diverted.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Kill spells glance off of it. Very well. Let's get this over.
To the right. They're closing in. Be careful.
We've got them. We'll make them retreat. I'm handling it.
You're making this.
Stay back! Keep out of the way! Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you... Why, Sebastian?
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's...
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know it.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been headed. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a... Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of... I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make...
If you're right about finding her here.
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be...
Well then, let's find our dragon and return.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression, or... Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. What I wouldn't. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Worth. She doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way.
She is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo.
Fantastic. Her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
Good thinking, but she's even starved to pick up a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
Revelio.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose you'd listen to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest. Look! Underneath her! I think we're close! She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant! Revelio.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntowl Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
New instruments are expensive, you know.
Revelio. Professor, what can you tell me about your work at the Ministry?
Your curiosity is understandable. Unspeakables work in the Ministry's...
Yes, Professor.
Now, you needn't concern yourself with my injury. I made peace long ago.
You do seem to have come to terms with things rather well.
It's a matter of perspective. Without saying more, perhaps whatever time, and to dwell on such matters, is a waste of the days ahead. At this point, no magic permits us to travel back in time. Perhaps one day. Yes, I can tell you that my years at the Ministry were well spent. And I'm as happy to be at Hogwarts now as I was to be in the Department of Mysteries years ago.
If I may, Professor, I'm also happy that you're here at Hogwarts now.
Kind of you to say. Speaking...
Yes, Professor. Revelio.
You're back. Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if...
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than...
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I'll send you an hour when I have news.
Revelio.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we...
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's...
I should have known. I underestimated the... And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the...
Exactly what kind of creature is a snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotation. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the snidget.
Why would snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to... If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't... From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the snidgets.
We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon. But the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us.
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want...
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with... Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Revelio.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help? I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts...
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Nintendo. I know what that means. Merlin trial. Rebellion. Wingardium Leviosa. Rebellion. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives...
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd...
How else did he expect Goblin Kind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of... Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed... They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham,
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let... Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering lawyer.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must... From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too...
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your... I shall see you soon.
Yes, of course. The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality.
Revelio.
A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Revelio.
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
A real goblin mine. Here. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
I was only young, mine. Not like I fall out now. Lucky if I fit in one. Watch your step round here. Quiet as crap you are. Matter of time. Watch your step round here. I'm on for a bacon mushroom stew.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'm being watched. By a door.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Revelio. Fringo! Revelio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
I wouldn't be for a cup of mushroom tea.
fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. That's the last loyalist. Unfortunate, really. Imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
I didn't touch your help. But thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. Oh, my friends are...
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Revelio. Revelio.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me. But without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found them.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Revelio. Revelio.